Hi, today we are going to discuss about the introduction to the microprocessor 8085. In that we are going to cover the 3 points, that is first of all the introduction to computer system, then definition of the microprocessor. The third point is the what are the different main features of 8085 microprocessor. So this is the actually basic block diagram of basic computer system. It consists of mainly your CPU, memories, ROM, RAM, the IO interface, that is the external devices. This is basically used to perform the operation of the CPU with the external device, and different kind of buses, that is address bus, data bus, and control bus. Actually, computer is the program machine that receives the input, stores and manipulate the data, and provide the output in useful format with the help of memories and IO devices. But the main task is performed by your CPU. So this all the block combinedly your computer system become. So now next we are going to understand the basic concept of microprocessor. So here we are going to understand what is the microcomputer system, what is the processor, basic definition of the processor, and what is the actually difference between processor and controller. Basic definition difference. Previous diagram we already discussed the what are the different blocks are there in the computer system. So microcomputer, it is a program machine. It has a basically following characteristics. It responds to the specific set of instruction in well-defined manner. It executes the program according to the which is already stored in the program memory, and with the help of this program memory and these all the blocks which we already discussed in the previous slide, that is CPU, input output devices, and memory with pre-existing set of instructions, it will generate the outputs. But the basic definition difference between the processor and the microcomputer is that microprocessor is a microprogrammable VLSI chip which include the ALU, register circuits, control circuits. Along with it has a some sort of temporary registers to perform the operation on operands or given inputs. It has a ALU and some control units. So we can define the microprocessor in the simple manner that it will take the numbers, perform the operations according to the program stored in it, and finally, after performing the arithmetic and logical operation on the input numbers, it will generate the output, and this output is stored in either register or it will store in the memory. Okay, the microcontroller, the difference between the microcontroller and microprocessor is that again it is a silicon chip but which include microprocessor, all the input output devices, all the memories, timers, counters, everything is available on a single chip. So this is the integrated device which contains all the blocks on a single silicon chip. So this is called as the microprocessor. Oh, sorry, microcontroller. So we can say that the microprocessor along with the all the external devices memory, it become your microcontroller, right? And moving to the next part, that is a features. Student can able to understand the features by studying the architecture of the 8085. But these are the some basic features of the 8085. I will give you the idea about how to write down the features apart from the given here by seeing the block diagram of 8085. First feature, actually this is the microprocessor designed by the Intel. It is a 8-bit microprocessor, can be accept 8-bit data simultaneously, or you can include the another feature is that it has a 8-bit ALU, because the main block of the microprocessor is ALU, which is responsible to perform arithmetic and logical operation. So 8-bit data bus, 8-bit ALU. To operate this, it requires the plus 5 volt DC supply. It is a design, the design technology. It uses the NMOS technology. It has a 6200 transistors on a single chip. It has a on-chip clock generator, so there is no need to connect the clock externally. That is a you require the clock externally. Clock generator is not required externally. It operates on 3 megahertz clock frequency. The one more feature is that data bus and the address bus are multiplexed. So multiplexing is nothing but data and address are passed on some sort of the lines. That is, some lines are used for address as well as data. So to separate this, we require some hardware. But in advanced processor like a 80386 the address and data bus are non-multiplex. That is, address lines are dedicated for carrying the address, and the data lines are dedicated to carrying the data. But here, this 8, it has a 8-bit multiplex address as well as data lines. 16-bit address lines. So these address lines will decide how many address locations it can access. So 2 to the power 16 is equal to 64 kilobytes of memory addresses it can access. It generates 8-bit IO addresses because it has a 8-bit data bus. So it can access the 2 to the power 8 is equal to 256 IO ports. It has a 5 hardware interrupts, namely trap, RST 6.5, RST 5.5, RST 4.5 and INTR. Trap is non-maskable interrupt. Actually, it also provides 8085 also provides the direct memory access capability, facility to the external device to give the direct memory access. So this is the block diagram. Here I am not going to tell you about the block diagram, but by seeing this you can add the more features into the 8085 microprocessor. That is, it has 5 flags. The flag register, which is of the 8 bit, but in that only 5 bits are active. So it is 8 bit, but only there are the 5 flags. It has a 6 general purpose register. Those are used for performing the operation, that is a temporary operation. That is registers are nothing but the BC, DE, HL. It has a 2 special purpose register, that is a stack pointer and program counter. Okay, so this is the information I want to share with you with this video.